Today, we're going to be talking about Apex Trader funding, the rules, how you can get funded with Apex and trade up to 20 accounts, how it all works, and talk about what I'm trading right now with my Apex accounts and how I locked in over $60,000 in profit last week alone trading with Apex. Let's talk about it, the advantages and the disadvantages of trading through Apex Trader funding here in 2024. Here we are on the Apex Trader funding website. Currently, they have a 71% discount on evaluation and half off reset deal going on right now. You can use my code Patrick Wieland or just PW and hit the link down below to sign up today. Take advantage of the low pricing and the half off reset. Normally the resets are $100. They're currently $50 for every account size. All right, first things first, Apex has paid out more to traders than any other prop firm in the space. Total compensation paid out $86 million paid out to customers since 2022. Total compensation to customers in just the last 90 days, $36 million. I think that's larger than most prop firms have ever paid out to customers. Why would you choose Apex? You receive 100% of the first $25,000 and then 90% after that. You get 2 payouts per month. You can qualify in as little as 7 days. Lately, they've been doing a deal where you can sometimes qualify in just 1 day. If that deal pops up, I would definitely take advantage of it if you can. The nice thing is you can trade full size in the evaluation and then in the funded account as well. Other prop firms out there restrict you. So when you get into a funded account, you can only trade a certain size compared to trading full size in the evaluations. A little bit of a bait and switch. Apex allows you to trade full size no matter if you're in the evaluation or in a funded account. No scaling or failing by going over contract size. Also, there is no daily loss limit. So no daily loss limit. You can trade on the holidays, trade your normal day-to-day schedule, no total cap on maximum payout. It's a one-step evaluation. You get the real-time data and you can trade with up to 20 accounts. So trading with 20 accounts is a big deal, right? The trailing drawdown is basically following your P&L. Even when you're in the green, it's following it up. So what you need to do is focus on locking in profits. You can't have a trade where you're up $5,000 and then you take profit for only $1,000 because now your trailing drawdown is literally going to be right pretty much where you took profit at that point. The nice thing is once you're in a funded account and you pass the kind of buffer zone, so like an $150,000 account, if you go above $155,000 in profit, basically, let's say you lock in $155,000 in profit, your trailing drawdown is now going to be stopped. It'll stop at $150,100. The trailing drawdown will stop once it basically hits that buffer zone. So once you get above that level where your trailing drawdown gets to 150,100, it no longer trails. So at that point, let's say I go up to make another $10,000 and now I'm up $15,000 in my account. There is no daily loss limit. And at that point, I just have to keep my balance above the 150,100 level. So I just can't allow my balance to go below 150,100, if that makes sense. So once you get to that buffer zone based on the account size, the trailing drawdown stops and it no longer continues to follow your P&L when you're in a funded account. So the trailing drawdown does stop once you get to a certain profit level, and at that point, you're good to go. Maximum position sizing, that allows you to trade basically the full size. So if you get into a $150,000 account, you trade 15 contracts in the evaluation right away. Once you're in the funded account, you could trade with 15 contracts. They don't restrict you. They don't allow you, force you to trade only 3 contracts and things like that. They allow you to trade full size, and you also will never lose your account for trading over the amount of contracts that you can trade. So nice thing as well. Also, you can trade during news as well. Trade during news. They will not fail you because you traded your normal day-to-day system during a news announcement, trading systems. Let's say you open a position in the morning, the news comes out and you're still holding through it. Let's say you you bought 20, 30 minutes before the news comes out and you're holding for a normal trade and the news comes out, you're not going to get failed. But let's say you go all in 15 contracts 1 second before the news comes out. Well, then you might end up having an issue with that trade if you can't actually like validate that you had a real, setup there. There's pretty much only just one rule at the end of the day. Obviously, don't hit your max drawdown with 7 days of trading. Hit the profit target before you hit your max drawdown. It's one simple step. You get funded. I'm going to focus here on the Trade-Evade NinjaTrader plans because I'm using Trade-Evade personally. That's what I kind of know and what I'm trading with. They've got the $25,000 account. They got the $50,000 account, the $75,000. If you look at the prices here, about $96. So it's about $96 for the 150 account. I think it's maybe a little bit cheaper than that for the 71% discount. So what I'm using is the 150K Trade-Evade account. You start out with $150,000. You can trade up to 17 contracts. Your profit goal is $9,000. Your trailing threshold drawdown is $5,000. There is no daily drawdown. There is no scaling rule. It works on TradingView, Trade-Evade, browser, mobile. It includes all of the fun stuff. They do have a static account. If you don't want to deal with the trailing drawdown, you can trade 2 contracts, profit goal of $2,000. The total drawdown $625, and that's $157 times the 71% discount. Every evaluation, no matter the size of the account, is always $100 for the reset. And with the deal right now, it's only $50 no matter the size of the account. And the nice thing about Apex, as well, as you can see here, is it actually scales in terms of you can trade 17 normal size contracts, so like the NQ, or you can trade 170 micros. So you can trade the micros or the NQs and compare to the actual value of the micros compared to the minis, 17 minis, 170 micros there on the $150,000 account. The reason I like the $150,000 account is because of the trailing threshold being $5,000, right? That's pretty good drawdown for the value. For $90, I think it's the best drawdown value. It is trailing, but like I said, once you're fully funded and you get to that point where you're above the buffer zone, you no longer have to worry about the trailing drawdown. So they've got a account fee once you get funded. It's $100 per account. There's also, I think, a deal for it's like a $200 for a lifetime of that account. So for $100 a month to get the account fee for the funded account, you can trade up to 20 accounts, and that includes all of the fun stuff. So you can see here, this is the required minimum balance to request a withdrawal. The $25,000 account means you need to get $1,600 minimum balance to request a withdrawal. The $100,000 is $3,000. The $150,000 is $155,100. Now, you are not required to leave the safety amount in the account, unlike many accounts. So, for example, the $50,000 account, if your balance reaches $52,000, you cannot request a payout. Your balance must be at least $52,600 in order to request a payout. If you have a $50,000 account and the balance reaches the minimum required balance of $52,600 to request a payout, you can request up to a $2,000 payout, leaving your balance left of $50,600. Just keep in mind, if your balance goes below $50,100, you would then lose the account. So you can still withdraw basically $2,000 of that profit, and it based on this. So this is what you really need to understand. So the $50,000 account, the maximum that you can withdraw in the first 3 months is $2,000 every 2 weeks, or payout period is twice monthly, depending on the account size. And you can see here basically the breakdown per account. So like for me with the $150,000 account, I can withdraw $2,750 per account, $2,750 per account times 6. And you got to think, so if you have 20 accounts and you go for a payout from the $50,000 account at $2,000, that allows you to withdraw up to $40,000. So 2,000 times 20, $40,000 in just one payout, and you can do that up to twice a month. So the 25K account is $1,500, and it kind of scales per account. Right now, I'm trading with Apex with the 150K account. And if you guys want to learn more, there's a link down below. Hopefully that breaks it down a little bit better. And I know there's a lot of videos out there and explanations and all that. So do a little bit more research, check them out, link down below. I'm trading with the 150K account through Trade-Evate, and it is currently about $90 to sign up today. You can trade right away, get funded, and then start working towards those payouts, my friends. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe button. Make sure you tune in at 9 a.m. live right here on YouTube. I'll talk to you guys later on.